Oh, dear student, today we are going to discuss about foodborne illness. So when you talk about food, it is very essential for our day-to-day activities. Without food, it is not possible to do some physical activity. You know very well. So when you take food, there is so many things we have to consider before taking any food. Nowadays there is no there is everywhere there is a pollution. So uh, without cleaning, without hygienic food, if you take, definitely it is going to stuck your stomach. So that we have to be very careful when you take any kind of food, either in the form of vegetarian fruits, I mean leafy vegetable or fruits or uh, grains, or whatever it is. So that we have to be very careful when you take some food. How so So objectives of food illness to differentiate between food infection and food intoxication. Food infection, it is nothing but when you take some food, the germs like virus and bacterial and other I mean foreign living things, it will pass through your food, and it will damage your intestinal. So food intoxication, after taking food, the foreign germs, it is going to do some chemical reaction within our body. After chemical reaction, it is going to release some toxin and damage your system. So So today we are going to discuss about types of food and foodborne illness and preventing foodborne illness. So first thing is what are the types of illness when you take some food without cleaning or without a hygienic thing. And second thing is preventing of foodborne illness. So foodborne illness, how to prevent foodborne illness even if you take some food. So immediately we have to take care of our health. So the food safety is very essential. When you take some food, immediately we have to be very careful that how to handle, how to prepare, how to storage. These three things is very essential to consider before taking any kind of food. If we are not considered, definitely foodborne illness may happen. So we have to learn handling the food. Some of the food we cannot touch the food. If you touch the food, definitely the germ, the unwanted material may be mixed with your food. So that your hands should be very clean, and you have to be learn how to prepare hygienic food. And final stages, how to store the food is very essential. And this thing regulate effectively executed both procedure and process. Procedure is very important. And procedure means how to handle, how to prepare the food, and what are the thing we have to add, and how to preserve it. It is very essential, and very known, I mean important factor to avoid foodborne illness. So some of the microorganism is very essential to our body, but some of the organism which is going to I mean affect your stomach and other internal organ. So the beneficial microorganism like curd and milk product and some vegetables, these things is very as a beneficial microorganism which is going to boost your metabolic process and digestive process. And some of the germs is going to spoil your internal system. And the other thing is pathogenic microorganism like a virus is going to create many problems within our body. So that we have to be very careful two things. One is spillage microorganism and pathogenic microorganism. Based on this, we are going to discuss further. Beneficial microorganism like cheese, yogurt, and summer sausage. These are the things is very very useful to increase your functional ability during day-to activities. And cheese, yogurt, and curd, buttermilk, and other fruits or meats. So if you are very careful, definitely these things is going to increase your uh, I mean, for working ability. So this is spillage microorganism, and pathogenic is nothing but the harmful microorganism. It cause disease such as foodborne illness, influenza, strep throat, and other illness. So before taking any food, we have to very careful, or we have to learn, and then process it, and you can serve it for your dinner or breakfast or lunch. And next thing is foodborne illness is two types, that is called a food infection and a toxin mediated infection. These are two things based on the food illness we can classify. Food infection is totally different from toxin. Food infection, the foreign I mean foreign particle like virus, bacteria, it's going to uh, obstruct or it is creates many problem within your stomach. Food toxin is totally different. The toxin, it is because of the chemical reaction after taking food, unwanted material through oral. It is going to create some I mean metabolic process or chemical reaction. Because of chemical reaction, it is going to create problem within your stomach. So, infection, it is very clear. Already we have discussed the one ingest food containing live pathogenic microorganism which is grow in intestinal tract and result in illness. So, based on this, so some of the viral and bacterial thing, it is going when you take food, the viral and bacterial is going to stay in your stomach, and it will grow like other system. So those grown thing, it is going to obstruct, or it will disturb your functional and cyclic process, like salmonella, listeria, and campylobacter. Bacter. These are the dominant foreign. I mean. Separate body which is which is mixed with your food, especially non-vegetarian. When you take non-vegetarian, definitely these are the germs may definitely it will be there. So before cooking, we have to be separate it out, and then process it properly, and then just go for cooking style. So during cooking also, we have to heat the food to more than 100 degrees Celsius, so that the the viral and bacterial which is present in the meat or poultry or any other non-vegetarian or vegetarian item, so that it will be killed in the starting phase, so that we can avoid the food infection or food illness. So food intoxication is very simple. When one eat food containing toxin which cause the illness, toxin are produced by harmful microorganism. The result of chemical contamination are naturally part of the plant and seafood. So some of the sea and plant food, it contains some chemicals, either in the form of pesticide or something like that. So those chemical, it will be present in the outermost layer of the plant or animal food. so that we have to be clean before taking any kind of food. The toxin, it will create many problem within our body. So illness is totally different from food intoxication. And next thing is food intoxication is Staphylococcus, Clostridium, Bacillus, and Clostridium perfringens. So these are the here food intoxication is four type, and food infection is three types. So there are dominant seven factor which is going to suppress your body or disturb your body, especially in the esophageal and small and large intestine is going to collapse because of this particle which is present in the body. So preparation and process is very essential, and we have to know how to handle, how to prepare, and how to store it. Thank you.